Yeah, 12. And our granola. 13.
Yeah, right.
Everyone got their little take-home container for their granola.
Yeah,
It's a nice
sorry.
little snack to snack on. That's a good way to start the day. Good way to have, like I said, a little snack. Just something to kind of get you through. First of all, a little round of applause. So this is actually our first, I don't know if you realize that, this is our first healthy cooking session. So it's always a question whether you get the recipes done in time, in the allotted time. Theoretically it works.
Yeah.
In practice it doesn't always work.
Right.
But you guys did a great job. So. And kind of underlying all these recipes, especially when you're talking about our Asian influence recipes and things like that, it's all about building flavor, right? It's all about the, especially the, we're talking about our noodles, you're sauteing your onions in sweet potato curry. You saute your onions and your garlic and your then your spices in there to bring out all the flavor and let it release their volatile oil. So when we're trying to cut down on fat and sugar and all those things, we have to make up the flavor somehow. And we have all the, our herbs do that. Sometimes a little cream does that. And also in the case of our lettuce, our chicken, our wraps here, we're getting rid of our carbohydrate, right? So it's not necessarily always necessary to have carbohydrates with your meal. I mean, it's necessary at some point in your day, but it's not always necessary at every meal to have a big load of carbs. I find myself personally, and it's just my own health eating, as you can see, I'm not the most svelte guy, right? But I tend not to eat a whole lot of carbs at night, like for supper time, and would have more of my carbohydrate in the morning in the kind of that old farmer style where you have that bigger meal during the, at lunchtime. There's a lot of, that makes a lot of logical sense to me, where you have time then to work off kind of what you eat. So, like I said, everyone's health is unique, and you have to kind of figure it out. There's no real rule book for what works for the entire population. So, starting off here, we have our miso soup, our kombu miso soup. And as the girls found out, our kombu, that kelp or the seaweed that we use to kind of make the broth, it has a nice, we tasted it before we added all the other ingredients, and it has a nice kind of roundness to it. Really brings out a real brothy, Japanese call it umami. It's kind of a round, meaty, it's what kind of makes steak taste good, that umami. So that's what kind of gives it some body. We have our squash gnocchi here. We had some technical difficulties. You'll find with squash and using sweet potatoes, even potatoes, depending on the season, we've had a lot of rain. You're going to find you may need to add a little more flour. Don't get discouraged, oh, it didn't work. It all depends on the vegetable. It all depends on the season. For the most part, the recipe will work on average, but sometimes there's some little hiccups here. We have our scallops of ish, so cooked in lime juice, right? That's our method of cooking. Our quinoa salad, chickpeas and some black beans there, some extra protein. We have our cabbage slaw, the Napa cabbage, traditionally a Chinese vegetable. Red cabbage in there, orange is the underlying flavor. We have our root vegetable pave. So we got turnip celery root, which is just as it is. Remember the celery family? It's round, fairly knobby. Sometimes difficult to get in the stores. It's kind of a seasonal thing. It's very popular in France and Europe. Celery root, they make a salad out of it. We have our fish tacos here, the whole wheat tortilla. So, as I say to the ladies when they're making it, nice way to get, Health Canada or the Canada Food Guide says we should eat fish 2 times a week. This is a nice sneaky way to get fish into your diet. If you have picky kids, that might be the way to do it. Wraps are trendy and fun. And so we have our tempeh with the udon noodles, kind of a black bean stir fry. Basically, some black sesame seeds or some tofu, spelt noodles. Turkey bolognese, very simple. Just like you make your beef bolognese, right? You just add some ground turkey instead. It tends to be a little pricier in the store compared to ground beef, but I think the price, the benefit outweighs the cost. Lots of local turkey suppliers have nice ground turkey as well. With sweet potato curry, with some basmati rice here. Great side dish. If you're having an Indian meal, this is a nice way. You ladies, sweet potatoes are excellent for your reproductive system. Keep that in mind. Us guys too helps.
Keep that in mind too.
We have our stuffed leg of lamb here. There's some olives, so a lot of Mediterranean flavors. The olives, the feta cheese, the roasted peppers, some onions in there. Like I said, we had some technical difficulties, but we managed to get it cooked in time. So, and we have our turkey tacos, chicken tacos. Done it? Excellent. Okay. So do you want a good picture?